What is going on, guys? I'm back with a Murdock build and guide. Now when I recorded this footage, blink shot was disabled, so I've included two links in the description, one with blink shot in the final build and one without it. You want to start with your health potion and Madstone gem and then head to the jungle. The jungle? Yes, the jungle. See, it takes minions a while to get into lane. You can grab a camp, and if you're lucky, the wave will push for you. It's more a 50-50, but if it pushes for you, you can freeze it under your tower to deny the enemy solo laner any CP or XP. Once you have 3 card points back to max out your Madstone gem. This gives you a nice amount of damage, making last hits easier. Remember to take your gold buff when possible. It's not a huge amount of bonus CP, but it's CP nonetheless. Most of your games as a carry will start off as a farming simulator. There won't be that much action. I don't really try to push my tower in the early stages of the game because I want to farm near my gold buff, and if I take their tower they could freeze the wave at their tier 2, which would mean no farm for me, or at least no safe farm. Once I get enough card points, I back for my Sage's ward, max that out and throw a cast token in if I have any leftover points. Having played farming simulator for 12 minutes, it was time for some action, so I head over to mid lane where our Grux engages with the stealth buff. Only this Greystone sees me through the fog and decides to half engage me and then just really fucks off. But as a Greystone, you should probably stick to the enemy carry and take them out. Our Gadget and Faye combo their ultimates with a 3-man pull into the Tesla Dome. This allows us to pop Greystone's ultimate, but of course he runs away, and as predicted I miss my snipe because I suck. Fortunately I get Muriel, but that slippery Greystone gets away with just one auto attack away from death. Feels bad, man. Grux, who is trying to 1v5 our entire team, goes down to minions. That's pretty embarrassing, bro. The next card you want to buy is your cheap impact hammer. Max that out with all the damage. It's back to farming now. As a carry, you need to be ahead of the enemy team. This makes team fights so much more favorable, and boxing 1v1 is a breeze if you're ahead. We've now taken the middle tower and we apply pressure to their tier 2. What I like to do here as Murdock is poke their frontline heroes. So Grux in this scenario, give them that false sense that they got away and then boom, kill their asses. This is what a lot of good Murdock players will do. Poke from distance, snipe from far. Okay, that shit sounded wise as fuck. Honestly, I just came up with it on the spot. But really, it is what a lot of good players do, so you should also do it too. I then make the rotation to left because I see epic Chris Atlas on low health, so I kill him while he makes no attempt to dodge. Greystone engages me, but I got a speed gate from Gadget and I got the jukes as I run around in a circle to escape. Gadget actually dies here, but I mean, she kinda did run away in the wrong direction. Next, I grab my Brander the Ironeater here for lifesteal. I know a lot of people like to get it later, but man, I love the sustain, so I get it quite early, especially when I'm ahead. The enemy team have decided to invade our jungle. Yeah, pretty rude of them, and that's our jungle, so you know I have to punish them. This Greystone even has the nerve to recall in front of us, so I snipe him, but of course shitty damage. I land one auto before missing the last one to kill him, and with his team there, I don't feel like fighting all of them, but fuck that Greystone, man, getting away by the skin of his teeth yet again. It's important that if your jungle is being invaded that you either group up to defend it or honestly just let it go. There's nothing worse than the enemy invading your jungle and picking up free kills because you try to be a hero and defend the fucking minions. Don't do that shit, let it go. Not much happens for a while. I fuck up their Muriel as one does, and then I recall once I have 9 points to grab my impact hammer with 2 major casts and a major wound. Now this time the enemy team are in our jungle, but we're grouped up to deal with it. The Grux has ice for our Gadget as the Muriel comes in to save her Grux. A great Tesla Dome goes down from Gadget. Ideally you want to do as much damage to the enemy team if you are going to die to allow the rest of your team to clean up. This allows me to kill Grux, and then Holo gets a fantastic smash and grab on top of a Gideon ultimate to kill 2, and I chase twinblast, who thinks he's got away, but nope. Oh, kill him! Oh, kill him! With a few dead, the right call here is Orb Prime. This is why I like the build. We've got a good amount of lifesteal that we can basically do the orb ourselves, or with allies it's so much more easier. Having got the Orb Prime, I recall to spend my points, buying my second impact hammer, and then to battle. We group up in the middle lane as the enemy give us a free tier 2 tower. I can only assume they didn't like their jump pads, and then we back out. I'm kind of disappointed we didn't go for the inhibitor here. We actually wasted a lot of time on on Prime, so when you play, don't be an idiot like us, just group up as 5 and then take an inhibitor. Especially if you get orb at this stage of the game, the inhibitor will die to a carry in like 2 or 3 shots. Also remember to do raptor camps. I didn't show much footage of me doing it, but I pretty much did every raptor camp in this game. You can do it solo once you've maxed out your first lifesteal card. I recall to go get my blast harness for that 100% crit bonus, I sell my Madstone gem to help finish that off, and then I buy my brander the ironeater for some lifesteal. Now I don't want people to think I'm shitting on my team or trash talking them, far from it. I'm really good friends with all these people, but honestly you cannot take a team fight with your lanes pushing against you. This is MOBA 101. We have the right lane pushing against us, we have the left lane pushing against us. What this means is that any fight we take will be 4v5, and because I'm the one pushing the lanes, you have no carry in the fight. Inevitably 2 of them die because of this, allowing the enemy to push our tier 2. I am also not perfect, I am far from it. I too also make a mistake here. I tunnel vision that greystone because shit, Call of Duty right, and I need my KDA, when I should have recalled way sooner to stop that split pushing Grux on left, and we lose our jump pads because of it. Not a big deal, but basic things that should have been done were not, so try and learn from my mistakes. Once I hit 60 card points, I sell my cheap Guardian's Ward for my more expensive one, and just like that I'm at full build, 6-0, and life is good. Yeah, that happened. But honestly, we did manage to get 4 of the enemy team. Chris gets trapped by Winion, so he's a sitting duck, and then Sandy Whitehat is completely out of position, and the damage just shreds through Muriel's shields instantly as Muriel decides she also wants to die. Hey, Hollow is a really good friend of mine, but man does he get greedy. He's in stealth, desperately trying to kill Greystone, who mind you, does have his ultimate up, so basically it's pointless, but he dives the tower anyways, realizes his mistake, tries to escape, but Greystone leaps onto him, the ultimate goes off, and as he comes down, Hollow dies. I just thought this was pretty funny. We all do stupid shit, happens to the best of us, but hashtag top 5 fails. Somehow, even though I feel like we were dominating this game, the enemy always applied more pressure to our inhibitors. The first thing you want to do when they're attacking your inhibitors is clear the minions. This reduces the damage heroes do to the inhibitors itself, but also the inhibitor does damage to the enemy heroes now if they're within range. If the enemies are in your tower and minions are there, try and force aggro onto an enemy hero so that they have to back out. Also, this fucking Greystone man, I just can't seem to kill him, like he's on a slither of health again. I don't care if the snipe would have just popped his ultimate, it would have meant he couldn't dove our inhibitors for at least 2 minutes. But no, he has to have just enough health to live from the snipe. I will get my revenge. Also, I think when I get absolutely balls deep, which mind you is definitely way too deep, and get absolutely wrecked by the enemy team. Honestly, on a carry, positioning is key. Don't go this deep without a front line because you just saw what happens. Now the enemy team are actually getting a foothold into this game when they go and do prime, but your boy isn't allowing that as we group up to deny them. I head straight for the carry, who is an easy kill with all prime attacking him. I then go for gadget as I get rooted by all prime with 2 sexy 500 crits to finish her off. The Muriel knockup goes down, Grux is on me, time to reposition myself with a pushback. You see again, I get behind my frontline heroes and let them soak up the damage. We don't need to do much here, orb is ours regardless because I'm a carry with lifesteal. They can't contest it as long as my team don't all die here, it's ours. I get a snipe on Muriel to get a triple kill, we do all prime, group right, I wreck gadget with a snipe, and I finally get my revenge on Greystone. We push for the core and win the game, and order is restored. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. Let me know if you have any feedback in the comment section below. And until next time guys, peace.